Last session, big planning session, near-death experiences. That's all we need to know.
3-player sessions.
Okay, thank you, Lemon. I appreciate it. We're gonna have a good time. All right. Okay, let's dive in. So, bear in mind, because there's only 3 of you, similar to if there was only 1 of you or 2 of you, the spotlight's going to be on you guys quite a bit. The session is going to go as well as the players play, so it's all going to be in your hands, okay? Perfect. As long as everyone's on the same page.
I don't think it'll end up being much different than last week's session, to be perfectly honest.
I think it's going to be quite
didn't talk a whole lot.
Yeah. We'll see.
Tenor.
We'll see. Okay, so what I'm going to say is in the midst of kind of... I forget the exact moment that you left off. Were you guys all heading to bed at this point in time? I think that's what happened. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I believe that's what was happening.
Fantastic. And someone was going to stay with Sanballat. So we're going to say Mr. Milo goes to bed and is kind of nowhere to be seen for a little bit. I mean, if you can get some music in here so I can get vibed up on it.
Oh, you want to get vibed up?
Well, I just want to shake my brain of the negativity from from what happened earlier. But you guys are all heading to bed. You can choose who's going to go where. We'll say we can do this out of character because I think you had a little discussion last time, but I think somebody determined somebody was going to stay with Sanballat or something like that. I can't exactly remember, or you can dive into character. But it is just you all in the house right now. Peaches, where did you go? Yeah, you're standing over by the door. I'll just drag you in. But you were also...
I can't move my character.
Sorry. You were also eating food. You had your nice fish from Feyorn, which Feyorn, actually, I need to ask, does the fish have any special properties that I should be aware of?
No, because I was making it and we had to do things because it requires a long rest to do it. So I technically wasn't resting while I was doing it because I started making it, then went to fight something and then came back.
Well, what I would be happy to do for you is, if you would like, we can say that you can leave some in the pot on the fire overnight, and we can call that the kind of stipulation that needs to be met, if you're happy with that.
I'm happy with whatever you're happy with.
I'm happy with that. Okay, but the rest of it, you guys all got to eat up, so you're well fed. You're a little bit beat up from the day, but you can all head to your separate spaces. I just need to know who's going where. Starting with not Wyatt, because he seems focused on something important. Starting with Feyorn, where are you going?
Well, I was tasked with getting some more mushrooms or whatever I was getting.
Right.
I think it was mushrooms, right?
Yes.
I don't have my notes open.
I believe it was for Wyatt?
It was for Wyatt.
That's right.
For the sleeping drafts.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'd probably be going to do that.
Okay.
Do you want to start RPing, or you're just trying to get a basis of what we're doing?
I want a basis of who's doing what. So we'll say that, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll say that you're going to go head out and do that and then come back and sleep afterwards.
Oh, I thought we were already sleeping.
Were you asking where in the beds we were going to be going, or where in the house we were going to be sleeping?
Oh,
that's what I meant. Where in the house are you sleeping? So are you saying you're going to sleep and then go get mushrooms?
Yes.
Or you're gonna...
Yes. I'm going to sleep and then go get mushrooms.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Sorry.
That's what you think. All right, Peaches, what are you doing?
Feyorn still didn't choose where.
Oh yeah, where are you sleeping? Sorry, Feyorn, where are you
all
sleeping?
just sleeping in here.
I'm going to sleep right there.
Okay.
That's a bloody bed.
That's a bloody bed.
What about this one?
He's on the last bloody bed.
Yeah.
That's a destroyed bed.
The other 6 past it are clean.
Yeah.
Enough.
You could sleep next to him, but it has to be on this side if you want to, good sleep.
I'll sleep right there.
Okay. Peaches, where are you headed?
I remember where we left off.
Oh.
We opened all the chests
Right.
And then we identified the hat and the dagger.
That's right. That's right. The last thing you did was identify the stuff. Okay.
Is Milo still here?
No, I'm going to say Milo at this point kind of like headed up and was like planning on going to sleep upstairs on one of those beds. And he just goes upstairs.
Okay. I'm going to go get a bottle of wine.
All right. Where did we leave our wine? Oh, yes, that's right. Did
cellar.
Did Grix end up taking some of that wine? I think he did, but there would still be, I don't think he could exactly haul all of it out of there. So you make your way back and you find that there are still a couple of very well-aged bottles. I'll say there's 2 very, very well-aged bottles, very, very dusty looking, but you can tell that the contents are intact. They haven't spoiled, and it's perfectly sealed.
Cool. I'm going to grab the bottle and head back out into the other room and offer to share it with the 3 that are down here.
Okay.
And I know Milo said not to take any of these, but we've had a hard day. I think we deserve a little bit of alcohol. Any takers? Come on, Wyatt. Don't be a pussy.
Nah, I'm good. I'll just get some sleep.
Think of
I'll
it
try.
this way. Sorry. Go
I'll
ahead.
try some.
Awesome.
I don't think
Because
I've ever
the more
had
you
some,
don't
but-
drink, the more I do. I'm going to pour a couple goblets or whatever for Feyorn and I. You've never had wine?
No.
You're going to love it. Maybe go a little bit slow on it for the first time. Peaches is just going to start pounding drinks and eating her dinner.
Okay. So the bottle of wine itself is probably the ritziest bottle of wine you've ever tasted. The notes are this like oaky, like sweet, smoky kind of flavor. Just lingers in the palate for a really long time, and it almost presents a challenge because of how good it is to drink it quickly. So you kind of savor it as you go on. And for you, Feyorn, I mean, if canonically this is your first drink, it's a little bit strange tasting, but
Tastes
pretty
like
damn
berries,
good.
right? Just sour berries.
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of old berries. Cheers.
Cheers. And I'll just kind of chug the whole thing,
Oh no.
just thinking it's, whatever.
Oh, slow down, slow down.
So
I mean,
you're slamming the bottle, eh?
Oh wait, the bottle. I thought you poured me a drink.
No,
The mug. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Yeah.
or tankard or whatever it is.
He'll slam it. He'll slam it.
Okay. It's
'Cause,
pretty good.
He thinks it tastes good. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it just tastes like maybe, some rotten berries, kind of. But I mean,
That's pretty
still,
much what it is.
still fruit. Wyatt, you sure you don't want some?
Just
What,
be
you don't
careful.
drink?
Don't drink too fast.
I think I'd rather get some shut eye. It's been a long day.
If you say so.
If you need a third, I would gladly.
No. I'll go over and give him a sip. You need to eat and drink, I guess.
Well, he's been being fed by the unseen servant.
Oh my god.
So he kind of like arches his neck up every once in a while. And after a while, he gets like tired. His neck just gets tired. And the unseen servant just like continues to feed him as he lays there.
Okay. I forgot that was happening, so I'll go put another pillow behind his head so it like props up a little bit easier for him to eat. Give him a sip of the wine and then say, all right, you're good till morning.
Oh, that is delicious. Perhaps the last treat that I'll have for a while. But thank you.
Aye. So Peaches has the intention to polish off the bottle, just like sharing with Feyorn however much he wants to drink.
Okay.
And once it's empty, she's gonna go fill it with seawater, cork it again, and put it back on the shelf.
Nice.
So that Milo doesn't say anything about anything being missing. And hopefully, Grix tries and takes it.
Okay. Okay. So obviously no problem. You fill it up at the little outlet there. Put it back where it was. I'm not going to have you make any constitution saves. I don't think that was quite enough to make you like super drunk. So you guys kind of handle your liquor pretty well. And
Hell yeah.
I've never drank before.
I know, but he's also a very big boy. So I think I'm going to give him
It's going to
the
be
benefit
like
here.
Legolas and Gimli
Mm-hmm.
A little
in the
bit.
drinking contest.
Okay. So you guys are all taking a cot then?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Should we keep watch?
Maybe we could trap the door,
I mean, it's already
or we
got.
could keep watch, I guess.
Doesn't it already have a desk on it?
Or the one we came in, I guess.
Oh, well, I mean, I think we could just lock this door, maybe.
Yeah, can we lock that door?
I mean, I don't mind taking a watch if needed. I doubt anything's going to happen, but just to make sure that Sunbullet doesn't escape, or none of those skeletons come through the door.
Probably a good idea. Probably should let Wyatt here sleep first, because he's really tired from walking back
He's
and
the one who
forth.
died today, sure.
I appreciate it, Feyorn.
Do you need tucked in?
No, no.
Little bedtime story, we got a good book.
It has pictures. Okay. So Wyatt, I know Simo, you're still plugging away at this thing. Hopefully done soon. But are you sleeping down here on a cot too?
I already picked my cot.
Okay, so you're in here. I'll just stick you in there. Okay. And Peaches, you're taking a cot too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you want to just walk yourselves over to your cots, that would be lovely. And based on your little plan there, I guess you can continue sorting that out if you would like. Oh, you just stole Feyorn's cot. Nice. If you...
Okay.
It's okay.
Sorry, I didn't know.
I don't know. I
It's all
moved.
good. Otherwise, like, you can sort out like how you want to take watch, or if you're planning on just taking the only watch, we can kind of pick and choose when you want to do that.
I can take first.
I'll take second or last. I guess those are the only two options. I assume Wyatt isn't going to want to take a watch, so I'll take second.
Okay. That should cover all night, right, Frank?
That's going to cover 4 hours. You can do a 2-hour watch.
That'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. So, Feyorn, you said you're taking the first watch?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. What I will say too, just this kind of helps me out a little bit too. I'll say that one of the things that you'll do during this time, not the whole time obviously, is you can kind of prepare your food for cooking for at least, we'll call it the first hour or so.
Okay.
And then I guess during that same time, you can use that time. We kind of like retroactively are calling when you used your hour to identify things, but we'll say you can use that same hour to identify the item you did. Okay. So, pretty straightforward. The only noises that you hear on your 2 hours are the noises coming from the door. About every 10 minutes or so, you hear like a kind of scratch up against the door or a little bit of a bump, but it has significantly died down from the intensity that it had before. Is there anything else you would like to do on your watch, sir?
No. I don't got a lot of things to do.
Okay. So then, knowing that Peaches is next, do you wake her?
Oh. Yes, I will go over to her and Peaches.
Oh, hi. All right, I'm up.
I guess it's your turn.
Alrighty. I'll keep watch.
And at this point, the smell of the kind of tended to pot is just filling the room, getting rid of the kind of coagulated blood stains and the soot from the explosion you caused earlier. It's just drowning all that out, and it smells delicious. All the while, by the way, Sandblet is totally passed out and has just been snoring this whole time. And same for you. The only noises, again, that you hear come from the door, but it's very, very subdued.
Can I discern what kind of noises they are? Like, do I hear anything other than just banging?
Sure, give me a perception check.
It was a natural 19 for 21.
21.
My dice like me better than the app does, or than Foundry does.
So to clarify, are you like going up to the door and trying to listen in close?
Maybe, like 10 feet away, not right up against it.
Okay. So at 10 feet away on a 21, I'll say that you hear some distinct noises, a little bit of scraping of some sort of hard material on stone, and then the bumps up against the door, there's like a little bit of a clatter that follows behind it. Almost like a wind chime without the musical part.
Ooh. Creepy. Just from like looking at the door, not going up super close to it, because I know that's what kind of pissed it off last time when I banged on it. Is there any like cracks or like any bits that you can like peer through? Even on the floor, like if I got down.
So I think somebody tried to look under earlier. So it's a pretty tight fit, and it is a surprisingly solid door. Like it's obviously it's taken its bumps, and it's a little bit bent in, but not to the point where there's any real light piercing through.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I don't want to push my luck.
Okay. Is there anything else for you?
Not really. Not that I can think of. I'll go and check out, like, I'll kind of leave this room a little bit and kind of go check out the little pathways, just to make sure there's nothing coming up the beach.
From up top?
From below.
Oh, I see. Like you want to go into the cavern?
Yeah, just like make sure that nothing's trying to sneak in.
Okay. Yeah, so you make your way down there, get some of that nice cold night breeze off of the ocean. But it seems like all's clear. No dark water, no lights on the horizon. Just a peaceful little exposure to the night.
Okay. I'll sit for a couple minutes on that beach, or on that sand, wherever that, like the entrance to the cave, and just kind of, I don't know, I guess pray. I'm a warlock, but I guess
For sure.
pray. And just see if anything comes through, and then head back into the room.
Okay, I'll say as you're out there praying, the nothing too distinct comes through, but you feel as though over the course of, let's say, the first minute or two, you get this like nice sense of peace, and the kind of few clouds that were in the sky seem to have like totally cleared away, just opening up the sky, revealing this beautiful starlit sky. You can make out all the different constellations that you've seen throughout your time in this area, and they just seem to be shining a little brighter tonight.
Gotcha. I really like that. Peaches is going to linger a little bit longer there and then head back in and just kind of read that book until her watch is up, I guess.
Okay. Which book?
The one about the neighboring land?
Oh, Ayus.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. I am going to probably by the end of the session, I'll give you a little bit more info, but nothing is too like striking.
No problem. She just wants to learn.
For sure. Okay, so you're going to be reading until you go back down?
Pretty much.
Did I catch?
If
Okay.
it doesn't seem like there's going to be any issues, I don't think I'll wake Wyatt up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty well peaceful.
Safe for now.
Okay. Does anyone have some sort of feature that means that has them like not have to sleep as long?
No.
Okay. The night carries on, and I'll say about 7.5 hours into your rest. Feyorn.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You feel a tug on your nose hairs,
Okay.
and it snaps you awake. And you like look around, but you have a little black spider that is sitting on your mustache.
How big is this spider? You said
It's a fairly no. It's like the size of a, let's call it a daddy long leg size, but it's got like a black body.
I guess I'll just open my eyes and kind of go cross-eyed looking at it and be like, oh, hello.
Wake up. We need to talk.
I'm awake.
Okay,
We are talking.
let's go into another room. Now, Feyorn.
Okay. I'm not. I guess I'll just leave him on my face and I'll just walk out this way.
Okay.
And I'll just shut the door behind. What? Hello? Like, who are you? Do you live here?
Don't be silly. I came to talk to you. It's Ferrin.
Oh,
I kind of drugged you. That's how you're able to hear me right now. I rubbed some potion underneath your gums.
okay.
I hope you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Why are you disguised though?
I didn't want to be seen coming this way, but I heard news that you were up here. News that I wasn't supposed to hear, but I heard it anyways.
From who?
The council members were speaking, and I was in the form of a raven on a lamppost, and they were discussing halfway down the block what the plan was. So I found out where you were, and I came quickly. There's a problem, Feyorn.
Okay. With what?
Outside of the grove. And I overheard that you're going to be here resting for a week. That's too long. That's too long. We can come back in that time. Sure. You can do whatever you need to do here, but there's a big problem just outside of the Treadwood.
And this problem would affect this house?
No. It's
Okay.
going to affect Saltmarsh. There's a small raid gathering.
Who's raiding?
There's an orc leading a small group of goblins. They're planning on hitting the city. I don't know what for. I don't know why. But our scouts have spotted them. I need you to come back. Just for this. And then we'll bring you right back.
Does the council know?
No. Eleander's been overstepping his bounds, and we need to prove that we can handle this on our own. So, I didn't inform them.
How big is this raid? Like, we're only 5 people.
You remember what you did last time? Just, we can do that again.
I mean, we do have a goblin. Maybe he could talk to them.
Is he here? Can he come now?
Like right now?
Right now.
I mean, he could. If he could.
We'll go get him.
Do you actually want me to go get him? This is out of character.
If you can't find him.
Oh, he's not here?
No, he went into the
Oh.
woods with the hobgoblin.
Oh.
The corpse. that
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I remember. Okay. I think he'll be back during the day. I think he's doing something out in the woods. I mean,
Well-
if you could send some scouts out there, we could probably find him quicker, but he is coming back.
Okay, I'll send scouts. But if they don't find him right now, or within the next hour, we've got problems.
Well, he couldn't have gone far. He's small and he was dragging a hobgoblin, so yeah, I don't think he went very far.
Okay, then I'll send somebody to look. And he kind of like, you see the spider just kind of like dip its head for like a half a second, and then kind of pull its head back up. And she goes, I don't know why I tried to do that. And then he shapeshifts back into himself. And then he casts, you see him cast some sort of spell that he, that you would have no real idea as to what it is, but it's some sort of spell as he bows his head. And let's get rid of Spider Boy here. And springing up before you, dressed in his classic, furs and leafy garb with his little leafy mask, is Ferrin Kastilar.
So, you need us to stop them before they get to the town, or you need us to go back to the town to be prepared?
Listen,
I mean, you can talk to my friends. I think we should talk to my friends as well.
well, it's morning anyways. They should be getting up. They're so lazy. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
I mean, we almost died yesterday.
well,
So,
good. That means you're even more battle-hardened and ready.
guess so.
And look, and he like kind of rubs his fingers together, and you see his fingers have this like kind of like mixture of this like green and blue like glow to it, and he like kind of like sprinkles this like weird glowing material onto the ground. He says, something's been creeping out of the woods with the goblins. Something's very wrong.
Well, why don't we wake up my friends and you can tell them as well? Because if I wake them up and told them a spider told me to go back to Saltmarsh, they might not believe me.
Okay, let's go talk to them. I guess I can stop whispering now. He makes his way over, stands in front of Sanballat, and he like looks to you and he points. Does this one have trouble sleeping without being tied down?
Oh, he's our prisoner. Don't worry about him.
Oh, okay.
Just these two over here.
My ex-wife used to sleep like that, but for different reasons. Okay. And he goes up to Peaches, and he like kind of like looks her over, and then he puts his fingers in your beak nostrils. He's, oh wait, not a spider anymore. So Peaches, you wake up to fingers in your nostrils.
A strange man standing over me with his fingers in my nose.
Yes.
I grab for my pickaxe.
Oh.
Wait.
And I jump.
Wait, don't.
No, I'm gonna. Ah!
I'm a friend. And in fact,
who are you? Get your fingers out of my nose.
So you actually recognize this man too. He is the druid, so he's a small guy. He's a little gnome, and he is Ferrin Kastilar, who oversees the grove dedicated to Obadai, the druid god. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just needed you awake, and nose hairs seem to do the trick.
There's plenty of other options to wake up. To wake up another human being. You've been around other people before, right?
Yes, I suppose I could have pulled a feather.
How did you know we were here? What's going on? Why are you here? Wyatt,
there's not
like smack him to wake him up.
You smack me?
Yeah, I like.
I was having such a pleasant dream. There was ice cream and lollipops. Now who the hell is this guy?
So you would be much less acquainted, despite spending so much time with Feyorn, Wyatt. But you vaguely recognize him as somebody that you've seen Feyorn with in the past. It's Ferrin. I oversee the grove, and to get to the point of why I'm here, there are things happening, and I came to collect Feyorn, given his prowess at handling issues like the one that I'm facing outside of the Dreadwood currently.
What's going on outside of the Dreadwood?
There is a gathering of goblins pouring forth, and there's some sort of orc leader leading them out, and our scouts tell me that the only real information we can gather is that they're planning some sort of, I don't know if it's an attack or some sort of sweep through the city of Saltmarsh. I don't think there's enough of them to really, take on the guards, so they must be planning something different.
Do you know when they're going to move?
No, only that they are currently gathering as of about 2 hours ago.
Show them the dust.
Oh, right. And he kind of reaches into a pocket and he pulls out this bioluminescent grit basically and starts sprinkling it on the ground. He says, as they were coming through the opening, we noticed a strange glow from inside, and we had a small collection for a sample, something we've never seen before.
Do any of us have any idea what that is?
Give me a nature check.
Can I also give you a nature check?
All three of you may give me a nature check.
Me or should?
Yep. If you're looking at them, so if you want to kind of try to figure it out.
I don't.
That's a 3.
You okay? 3. All right. Feyorn with the 13.
Glitter.
Yeah. So it's it's some sort of glowing material. It looks almost like moss of some kind, and it's got this weird green and blue glow. You can't really garner anything from it.
Okay. I told him Grix might be able to help because he's a goblin and it's a raid of goblins, but I don't know where he is.
I don't think any of us do at this point. I thought he'd be at least back by now.
Well, wait. Wyatt, you can be a goblin, can't you? You could talk to them.
I could, but I don't speak goblin. That's the problem.
Now, is there anything we can do to make you speak goblin?
Unfortunately, I can only help you to speak with plants or animals at this time.
Now, I might be able to do something to understand him, but I won't be able to say nothing back.
You could pretend
We can't communicate.
He could pretend he's mute.
And how do you suppose that's going to work?
Well, you can
If any of
understand
them
them.
know GSL.
I don't know.
Why don't we try and get a better view of what's actually happening and see from there if maybe we could find Grix along the way, or even an orc, if there's an orc with them.
That is
Anybody know
fantastic.
orcs?
Now, I see a slight problem here. I think I forgot to see the point where what's in it for us.
Well, that's why I came for Feyorn. Well, it's kind of what he's been doing lately. And I've been told, I had a messenger sent, that Feyorn wasn't going to be around for about a week. And I understand that he's on some urgent matters. However, I do have the ability to reward you with something. Wyatt, give me a persuasion check here. Let's see how deep we can get.
Oh yeah, you sure about that, big boy? Oh, that didn't land very well. It almost landed on the 20 and then it went 2. So 2 plus 5.
Plus 5, so 7. I have a few supplies I can send you with from my personal stash. Nothing too crazy, but some elixirs and potions. And, of course, you will have the favor of Obadiah and the Grove.
He really likes these these mushrooms. Maybe you could hook him up with like a supply. I don't know if you would like that, Wyatt, but
There might be a couple of other things that I could find use from the druids, if that's all right. We can talk on the way. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, so then all 4 of you are committed. I thank you, Feyorn and friends. And he looks over at Sanballat sleeping still and kind of like nods at him. And, well, maybe we should get him up.
what do we do with him?
Do you have any druids that could give him a watch while we're away, or how does that look like?
Oh, he's not part of the team here.
No, sir.
No.
Oh, so you tied him up, I see. You want him to just stay here?
He's our prisoner.
Okay. I see. And he quickly reaches inside of his robe, kind of sifts through a couple of different bottles and finds one and uncorks it, pours it into his hands, lathers up his hands, walks up to Sanballat and starts rubbing inside of his mouth on his gums, and it wakes up Sanballat and he starts kind of panicking, and then after just a few seconds of panic and unable to fight back with his arms, he just kind of passes out, and then Ferrin just slowly just keeps massaging his gums. Okay.
What did you just do?
We won't need to watch him. Not until tomorrow. Probably tomorrow morning.
There's going to be a huge mess to clean up when we come back. I swear to God.
Yes, he's likely to wet the bed, but that's okay. He'll that won't wake him up.
Oh,
we have the servant.
Yeah, servant's not gonna last too long. He was
Is the servant still there?
He should not be. I think
it's an hour.
after we went to sleep, he should have already been.
Oh, okay. Well, so how far away is this place?
Well, you would know that.
Okay.
So it's actually a bit of a distance. So from Saltmarsh to Haunted House, it's about an hour. It's about 4 hours from here to the outskirts of the Dreadwood. Oh, don't worry. I can hasten our travel.
And how's that?
Let Milo know? Or leave a note for Grix? just in case they come back.
Sorry, quick out of character. We long rested, right?
You did. Yeah, everybody gets a long rest. Yes, do as you must.
Well,
I think we can leave a quick little note. And maybe Milo can watch Sambalette. Look at that. If he wakes up and we're not back in a day, Milo's got it covered.
So are you guys going to go check on, like, to see if, like, are you going to go get Milo, or are you just going to leave him and leave a note?
It's kind of hard to not metagame
I feel
knowing
like
he's not
we
here.
should.
Well, don't metagame.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
well, I
I
mean,
wouldn't leave.
I wouldn't probably leave any of them. Like, especially Grix. That's why I mentioned him right away.
Mhm.
Because there's other goblins. I'm sure he would want to go talk to them.
So you're going to, like, try to keep your eyes peeled for him, or... like,
Well,
what-
Ferrin sent a scout, so I guess I'll just wait on that. And then for Milo, we'd probably just bring him. I don't know where he went. I forget what he was doing.
he just went upstairs.
Okay, yeah, we would definitely get Milo. Am I right?
Yes,
I-
sir.
Okay.
Okay, so if you head upstairs to check on Milo, you find that, in fact, he left you a note. It says, very simply, it's nice and, in Milo fashion, nice and perfectly creased so that the little piece of parchment kind of stands up on the bed where he was meant to sleep. And it just says, something urgent came up. I will be back as soon as possible.
Was it LCS?
That's
Consider
weird.
it.
I didn't expect Milo to leave us a little massage. That seems unlike him.
Do you think he was kidnapped?
Guess we'll have to find out.
Alrighty. Rescue mission for Milo. Let's go. Oh, wait.
Where do we start? Where'd he go? Ada, did you kidnap
Look
this
for a
little
clue.
boy? I bet it was Ada. She's got the hots for a strong young man.
And vice versa.
I can smell a cougar as far as they can make them.
There's a puma in the
Well,
canyon.
that's like once an episode,
No,
Frank takes
perhaps.
on the Wyatt voice and just does his own shit.
Dude, I should make all the goblins have your accent. Well, we're just gathering outside the woods here, not really sure where to kind of take our next step, put one foot in front of the other, as they say.
I'm picturing all of them wearing cowboy hats.
Yeah, I got these little fucking boots with the little star studs on the
Little
back.
And they all just keep changing faces. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Okay. So Ferrin kind of would like usher you out of the house, and when you get out there, you actually see that there is this very strange-looking contraption that is about the size of like a. We'll just call it like about the size of a small child's tricycle, and what you see is actually a two like kind of sturdy mushrooms on their sides, so that the rim of the mushroom is like on the ground, and then the stalk of the mushrooms come in, and then hanging from that is like a rope overhangs the two stalks of mushrooms, and then it comes down to this small wooden platform, almost like a makeshift raft that you would hope would float, and they've all been strung together with various types of vine. And Ferrin, as he walks out, says waves his hand and says some sort of strange incantation, and this little tiny device grows fairly immensely to about the size that that little raft portion could fit easily all of you and probably a couple more. And he walks up to the device and stands on the little platform.
I look at Feyorn and go, "You're a fairy godmother."
We have a few tricks up our sleeves.
Can you do this?
No.
Well, that's
One
a
day,
shame.
maybe.
A
One day,
vehicle.
maybe.
Yeah, so something like that.
Nice.
And don't worry, Feyorn, you'll be able to do this, I'm sure, soon enough.
I hope so.
Me
And
too.
I'll hop on a chariot, mushroom chariot.
Don't be afraid. I assure you, it's quite sturdy.
I'm not. It's just weird. And I'll get on.
I feel like it wouldn't be a chariot, it would be a toadstooliet.
Just turn the mushrooms shapeshift into a horse made out of mushrooms for Wyatt.
Sure.
No, it'll shapeshift into those Minecraft cow. Those
Oh yeah,
mushrooms or
Mushrooms.
what is that what they're called?
I
Yeah.
think so. I don't
Yes.
They all have cowboy hats as well.
They all have a Texan accent if you speak with animals.
Why does this music sound like The Shining?
It's Baldur's Gate. Frank told me to get Baldur's Gate music.
Because it's good. They have good music. Okay, so if you're all hopping on, he just kind of like pats on one of the mushroom stalks, and it just slowly they start turning on their sides. And surprisingly, the way it's constructed, the shock absorption of the kind of pliable mushroom material makes it a very, very smooth ride. And from time to time, the one mushroom, if you're crawling over little hills or divots, it'll go down, the one side will go down, and it just stays perfectly smooth because you're just hanging on this little raft like structure. And you all make your way from where you are at the haunted house over this long kind of hillscape, and it takes approximately an hour as you are zipping across the land here. And you roll your way up.
Peaches yells, "Now this is pod racing!"
I know, right? All right.
She's actually gonna hold her wings out too, just to make it feel like she's flying, but not have to put the effort in.
Okay. So with the wind in your feathers and your hair and whatever other body parts, you make your way across the land here. And as you pull up to kind of the outskirts of the Dreadwood, you can kind of see it coming from a distance. You make the rest of the way on foot. And as you make your way up to the woods itself, you stay back about a good 60 feet from the entryway, to the kind of border of the woods.
Oh God,
What?
that is like a.
Oh, the shadowy bits?
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna stand in front of this tree.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you may as well, just for the vision's sake. Okay. So you kind of pull up to this tree, and Ferrin shrinks down, he ushers you off of the machine here, and shrinks it down and sticks it behind the tree, just kind of nudges it up against it. And he kind of looks towards the woods, and he says, "This is where they were gathering. They've been, for some reason coming in and out of the woods. I don't know if they're gathering things and compiling them, or what's going on here. Everybody make a perception check for me, would you?
I would love to.
Ting.
11.
Oh, baby.
24. Hot damn.
13.
13. Okay. You all notice that on this tree right here, there's a human man tied up. On your 24, Mr. Feyorn, you actually recognize that person as the dock worker who works alongside Grix. And he is sitting on the ground, feet out, arms tied behind him, and his chest is bound to the trunk of the tree.
Do I know his name?
His name is Greg.
Of course, it's Greg.
We went over this in session 1.
I know. Do I notice that book in the bottom right corner? No, I'm just kidding.
I could wall that off. I could always wall
I'm
that
just
off,
bugging you.
but
I'm just bugging you.
Emergency room.
Hey, isn't that Greg? And I'll point to him.
Well, I'll be damned. That does look like Greg.
I believe that is Greg.
That might
Hey,
be
Greg!
you're gonna call out to him?
Say, hey, Greg. Not shouting, but enough that like he could hear, and just kind of wave.
Okay. And he kind of like Actually, hold on. Let me see if he hears you. Okay. Yeah, he kind of like turns to look at you, and you can see he's like got like pretty black eyes. The one eye is totally swollen over, so he has to turn his whole head to get a look at you with the other eye. And there's like blood coming out of his face, and he like his one eye just goes like wide at seeing you, and he like shakes his head and like kind of turns back down the other way.
I think it's a trap.
Either that or he doesn't like how we look.
But he knows us.
Maybe he doesn't like us
Ferrin, do you
anymore.
know why would he not like us? I've brought him cookies.
Doesn't look like he wants your cookies right now.
Ferrin, do you know what's happening? Are they? Is he a prisoner or something?
Well, he certainly looks like it.
I mean, he is tied up to the tree. Guess I should have mentioned that.
Well, wait, are you the only one that saw that he was tied up to the tree?
No, you all saw that too. You all saw that.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay. I thought you all saw him tied up, but I knew who he was. I thought that's how it went. So that's why I said, oh, it's Greg.
Oh, that makes sense. Can we see anything up in the tree?
In the tree where he is?
Yes, above him.
I'm gonna keep your perception. What was it here?
13.
13. You can see kind of every once in a while a little breeze comes through. It opens up a hole so you can see through the trees. There's nothing up there. Not as far as you can tell.
What do you want us to do exactly, Ferrin? Get him out?
No, I didn't know he was here. He wasn't supposed to be here. He was just goblins gathering out here. Clearly they feel secure enough that he's not getting away anytime soon. And then Ferrin kind of tucks behind a tree, that tree, and he goes, "Shit, look." And you see, coming from the tree line, carrying like a small crate of some sort, and plopping it down on this tree here, there's an orc. He makes his way out, and he says, "I think that's the leader we were talking about." And he watches on as the orc kind of plops down the crate and walks up. Wyatt.
I'm gonna hide.
Okay. I'm going to assume everybody's like, I know you're in front of the tree right now, but I'm going to assume everybody's going to be.
Yeah, we'll be behind the
Yeah.
hiding behind the tree.
Wyatt, you know this orc.
Hmm.
You know him by name.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is the one note is the fucking worst. Is his name Mr. Bodok?
Bodok Ribhammer. That's who that orc appears to be. And he walks up to Greg, spits on him. It's a disgusting glob of orc spit.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, this is all thanks to you, buddy. I appreciate you working with us all this time, but I think you're about to outlive your usefulness. Greg seems to be having a hard time responding. If any words come out, you're a little bit too far to hear whatever he would have said. You just see Bodok kind of grin at him. We'll see about that. And as he kind of makes his way back to the tree line, he like kicks back on the tree, and two goblins rather, make their way out of the tree, hauling slightly smaller crates and placing them down. And then they walk over to this little tree, and they just sit together, gnawing on some sort of bone of some sort. I need one more perception check from everyone, if you may.
Hey, 19.
19.
Percepciones. Ooh, 11.
Huge. 11? Okay. I'll say the anything above a 10, as the tree line kind of goes back, it like grows up in height. And you can see probably, we'll call it like a good couple 100 feet back. You can see the tops of the trees seem to like rustle. And slowly, as though the trees were getting like bumped around, the treetops are just like rustling slowly towards you.
The fuck?
Like wind?
Seems like if it like you can see the wind rolling through the trees and how that's affecting them. This is more almost like the trees are being bumped up against by something heavy.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Lord of the Rings when like the trees are moving towards.
Triangle.
Yeah.
But very slowly. The progression is quite slow, and it's several hundred feet away.
Just the tops of the trees, or the base of, like the whole tree?
That's what you can see, because the tree line gets so dense, but it grows up, so you can at least see the tops of the ones that are further away.
What the fuck is happening?
Should we wait until that thing gets here? Whatever that could be.
I don't know. Maybe we should take out these guys while we have the chance.
Do you know what that is, Ferrin?
No, we don't go in there. It's something coming out, though. And whether or not it's part of their group, I have no idea. I don't even think they see it.
Well, if we're going to take these guys out now, I have an idea on how we can get the jump on them. Is everybody ready?
Aye.
What? Wait, what's the plan?
You'll find out. And I'm just going to cast Silent Image.
Okay.
Level 1 spell, unfortunately. So rip spell slot. It's fine. I'm going to cast Silent Image. and I'm going to create an injured goblin.
Okay.
Stumbling across this line here, kind of like
From your position.
from my position. He's gonna be like just like kind of like injured, bleeding. I can
Okay.
make with silent image. I can make an like something that is moving. I can simulate. I can consistently replace the silent image, so I can make an image like move, like dance or walk or whatever. So I'm gonna be making
Okay.
an injured goblin walking, pretty much bleeding. He's gonna be holding his rib, and he's gonna be walking towards that tree. And if none of these guys run up to him, he's gonna make it to the tree and just collapse and just be lifeless.
Okay. What's the distance on silent image that you can
60
manage?
feet. 60 feet.
Okay.
So I got
Okay.
lots of room.
Okay, let me get a. Just gotta check on my. Perfect. Oh, I love that button. Okay, perfect. So, given their passive perception, so the two goblins on the stump there, or that little tree, they're kind of talking away, gnawing on some bones. They seem a little bit exhausted. Bodok seems pretty interested in what's going on inside the tree line. So I'll say that nobody really catches anything until he makes it to about here. And at which point, you see Bodok kind of like kick off the tree and stand up. Hey!
He'll take
Hey!
one more step.
Okay. And the goblins at this point kind of look to where he's looking and take notice.
He's gonna like reach out for Bodok and then collapse.
Okay. And so, like, to here?
Yep. He's gonna like reach out and then collapse.
You see Bodok. Someone go pick him up. And you see the goblins play or attempt to play this like crude version of like rock paper scissors, and he just, no, you. And the one closest just kind of like springs up, walks around the tree, and starts making his way down.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm gonna go for Greg.
Let's give this guy a little bit of time. Let's see what he does.
But I want to free him.
For who?
Greg.
Yeah. You do what you want. I'm dealing with this goblin here.
Okay.
Let's just see what he does. I can't wait to see.
So the real goblin walks up to your silent image, and he like just takes a moment and just like stares at him. You see him kind of give this exasperated sigh, and his like shoulders slump down, and then he reaches down for the goblin, which I'm pretty sure with silent image he literally would just reach through.
Yeah. So
And then he reaches through, and he just like stares at his hands.
at this point, I'm gonna turn the tree and Eldritch blast him. But I'm just gonna surprise and just Eldritch blast him as he do it.
I didn't know that we were jumping like that. Could I have done something while they were distracted by the goblin?
Yeah, for sure. And Feyorn, you can too. Like this is obviously like a whole performance that played out here.
Okay. While they're distracted, I want to try and like fly over to this tree and hide
Okay.
for a second, and then fly over to this tree and hide on the other side of this like trunk so that Bodok can't see me. And I want to cut the ties.
Okay. I am going to have you're going to have to make a stealth check here. You are kind of flying out in the open a bit, but they're a bit distracted. Problem is they're also looking at the goblin, that's especially this one here on the trunk, is looking at kind of your direction, but there's some roots he has to see through, so let's do a stealth check. And you're going to have to beat a 10. I'll let you know straight up.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, which die do I roll? Oh, Jesus.
Don't forget about your inspiration if you have it.
I'm going to use my inspiration. That first one was a 7 plus... Oh, wait. Yeah, that was a 7.
Okay.
Simo, do you have a sword
Cool.
or
Uh-oh.
daggers?
So
You,
that's a 7.
Oh, double 7.
what do you have for a weapon?
No, a 2,
I have a few things.
but it was
Okay.
advantage, so.
Yes. And Feyorn, what were you thinking here?
Well, I just asked Simo a question.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know what types of weapons he has. I forget.
You
Maybe I
would
have it in my-
see, so far, he has quarterstaff.
Okay, okay.
So
okay.
far, that's what you've seen.
I'm gonna wild shape.
Ooh, okay.
I was gonna wild shape into a horse, and then if you had like a sword, I was gonna like take you onto the battlefield. But I might switch into something a little more reasonable. I'll transform into a wolf.
Into a wolf. Okay. Very cool. I think I can get you a token for that. I'm pretty sure I'll have all access to all of these as long as they're like common.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep, there you go. So let me see here. Can I give you control of this? I don't think I can. Token wolf. Owner. Just give me half a second. I just want to make sure I can't actually give it to you.
That's fine. I can just tell you where I go.
Okay. All
You
right.
could just move yourself and he'll move the wolf on top of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bummer. But that's okay. Okay, perfect. So, Peaches, I am going to say you actually get to like hear before the goblin on the tree kind of points out to you. It says, "What's that? What's that?" And the other goblin is just kind of standing there looking at his hands as he's about to eat this Eldritch Blast. So we'll start things off then with that bang. If you want to switch up our music here to some battle music. So let's put you here, you here, you here. Bing. Goblins are grouped. He is
Initiative.
grouped. Yes, we're going to roll some initiative. And at the same time, I would like an Eldritch Blast from Wyatt with advantage because you're coming out of hiding on this one.
Oh my god, I didn't roll my initiative again.
Oh, I didn't do initiative either.
I rolled a 12 if you could
Yep, I'll punch that in.
get me in there.
Would you roll, Feyorn?
8. It's
How
already punched
many?
in. Or
What?
9, sorry.
I rolled for everybody.
Oh,
including
it
you
rolled.
guys.
It rolled an 8 then for me.
I crit on the Eldritch
On-
Blast.
Oh, you crit?
Yeah.
Okay, roll damage.
Ooh, baby.
So you can roll one die and double it, or we'll call it ahead of time, obviously.
I'd rather roll 2 separate die.
Okay.
Hold on.
Baldur's Gate fight music is the best.
Okay, 4 plus 2 cold is the first roll. 0 is 10.
Yes, so it'll be 16 total. You don't add the 2 cold to the second die.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So 16 total?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can go ahead and just, so as this goblin's kind of
Oh,
staring
boy.
here, Peaches gets pointed out to him and he looks up to Peaches, and that's the position he's in, like this. If you want to, and you can be as brutal as you want because it is pretty fucking overkill.
Eldritch Blast goes flying at him, creates this hole in his head, and the cold just flitters out. Kind of like, have you ever seen those videos where people put the hot water and then they throw it up in the air on a cold winter day?
Yeah.
And it just right in front of the other goblin, it just goes whoosh, like all over these trees, all over these like little branches. Like as it goes through his head, it just whoosh.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So he's dead. We'll say he like fucking topples backwards. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so that's kind of your like surprise round here. And we've got our wild shape in as part of the surprise too. Peaches has got some movement in.
as far as concentration goes, I'm concentrating on the silent image, so it's still it's still there.
I think you get to do things with it too if you choose to. Just look into that. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way.
It's
Ferrin.
the same way.
Ferrin is going to, let me just see here. He's actually going to put his hand out towards you, Feyorn, and he is going to cast Long Strider on you, which means that you are going to gain an extra 10 feet of movement, and it's going to last a whole hour. Okay? And he is also going to shapeshift into a... he's going to shapeshift into a raptor.
I was thinking that too, but
Clever.
Velociraptor.
It's Ferrin from Toronto.
Yes,
Toronto
actually.
Raptors.
As he shapeshifts, his clothes come off and they form a basketball. Okay, and that's actually
You're
it.
wearing a jersey.
So he's going to move himself forward, but not too much. He's actually only going to step up to here. Okay, so next up is going to be Greg, who can't really do much. He's still tied up. He's like struggles around a little bit. Next is going to be Wyatt. Back to you.
What would you call changing? Oh, it's use the action. So I would use an action to change the silent image.
Oh, it's an action?
It says use. You can use an action to cause it. So I obviously like created something.
Yes.
If I want to do something to the image, I have to use an action. That's fine.
Okay. Good to know.
I will have, like, how much are you going to allow me to have this image do something in an action? Like, would I be able to, over the course of 6 seconds, I guess in theory, the image to do something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have, over the course of 6 seconds, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna have the goblin, like, kind of noticing that there's a wolf and a raptor. There's like an animal theme kind of going on here. I'm gonna have the goblin kind of like the body's gonna contort and it's just gonna transform into a bear, into a big, huge bear. Like that is 4 blocks, like 2x2, like a huge
And
bear.
you can make an image that big?
I can make it up to 15 square feet. So that's a 3x3. So I'm gonna make a 2x2 bear, and it's just
A
gonna
huge bear.
and it's gonna snarl at Bodok.
Make a 3
Okay.
there.
Okay.
It's gonna make no noise. It's got no noise, but it's gonna snarl at him.
Okay. Give me a performance check. Jesus.
That's gonna be a 17 total.
17? Jesus. Okay. 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 So we'll see how he reacts. What are you doing? Anything else?
The DC would be an investigation. It says, but I don't know if
Is it just against your DC?
a creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check.
No, that's not what we were rolling for just
okay.
there. He's not doing that.
Well,
okay.
I'll say that anyways. But that's it. That's all I'm doing for my turn.
Okay, you're not moving? Okay. Next is going to be Feyorn.
Look at that bear.
And I'll just offhandedly say, but you can't turn into that.
Whoops. I guess.
You have Long Strider, by the way.
Yeah, which is an extra 10 feet. So I'm gonna go there, Frank.
Okay.
I'll just
Here?
That's where I was.
Perfect. I'll just keep throwing the wolf on top of you.
I was back here. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Wait, how much
Yeah.
movement does a wolf have? A wolf has 40 feet already.
Oh, it does. Sorry. So 10 more feet. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
All right. If you want to dash, you can dash if you wanted more movement.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Next up is going to be Bodok, who is going to kind of very quickly grab behind his back a spear. And before he throws it at the bear, because he's convinced that this is a threat, he turns back into the woods and he just goes, "Visitors! We have company! Move! Move! All of you!" And he throws the spear at the bear. Let's see here. Well, I guess what does the bear have? Okay, so I mean, he's going to definitely hit that shit. And so the bear is just going to whiff right through, or sorry, the spear is going to whiff right through the bear. And you see this kind of like look of rage come over Bodok as he's starting to come to a realization. And he looks to the goblin on the tree and he says, "Fuck the bear!
Can I react?
Get the
to
rest
that?
of them!" Sure.
Can I make the bear turn? Can I use my reaction to make the bear turn into him and go like this?
You know what? Sure. I'll say you can use like the rest of, whatever you would have had left. Okay. Into Bodok.
Into Bodok, and it's just like
Sure.
it's stuck in this pose, like it's not moving. It's just
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Meg. Yeah.
Again, I don't want to be like a rules lawyer, but spears are 20/60, so anything past 20 would be at disadvantage.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Because it's like up to 20 is normal.
Yeah, that would change quite a bit.
Past that.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
It was, it's a good ruling. It's a good roll. It was a better roll the second time, honestly. It was nat 14
Okay.
and a nat 18. That's a good point. No, that's a good point. Very good point. Okay, so then at that, kind of Bodok finishes off his turn by pulling out his great axe and actually just running forward. So, and by this point, he sees Mr. Wolfie and he snarls and moves his way. Next is Peaches.
Peaches.
Whee! Peaches is going to fly her way up to the tree. Right about there, trying to avoid his range. And she's gonna use her action to cut the ties on Greg.
Okay. I am going to do a roll to hit. You're going to have advantage here.
Natural 18.
Okay, and what are you swinging with?
Dagger.
A dagger? Okay, very good. You're going to also roll damage here.
Okay. I think. Wait. I believe it's 1d4
Yes.
plus strength.
Plus dex, I think. Dex on a dagger.
Isn't it dex if it's.
Yeah, finesse.
No?
No, I think with a finesse. Oh, sorry.
Finesse, you can choose to use your dex.
Yeah, so you get to choose. You get to choose.
Okay, I'm gonna use my strength.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm gonna roll a d4. Haha, 4 plus 2. 1.
Okay.
Sorry, so 5.
Okay. So I'm going to say at that, you get a perfect slash through, get a great angle, and you cut the bindings all the way through. He's still bound. He's got a separate set of ties on his hands, but he is totally freed from the tree.
I don't know if I can do this as like a bonus action. I'm going to hand him the dagger that I just untied him with or cut him free with and say run.
Okay.
And then I'll turn around and I'll prepare to battle with this guy. I think that was 35 feet that I moved.
Yeah. Well.
I'm on
30.
I'm on angles though.
Yeah, that's okay.
Then I'm gonna use my remaining flight speed to get on the other side of this guy.
Okay. And land or stay up?
Land.
Okay.
So that we're flanking him.
Okay. All right. Okay, perfect. At that, well, you see all of you, or you hear this like horrendous, like deep screech come from the woods, and then you
no,
hear
it's that giant bird.
you hear a bunch of like nasally war cries coming out of the woods as well. The bumping around of those trees hastens and starts getting quite a bit closer to you. Also, 2 more goblins pop their way out of the woods. Crates flung on the ground, and they make their way in. Okay. Next is going to be Ferrin, who is going to make his way. What do we got here? How much movement? He's going to dash his way forward. That's as far as he can get. So he's just kind of raptoring his way over. Next is going to be Greg, who actually stands up, dagger in hand, and starts kind of like getting a little bit of a lopsided jog going. He seems pretty beat up. And as he goes, you can see him like trying to like saw the ropes free from behind his back. And he makes his way to about there. Do you want an opportunity attack, Feyorn?
Yes, sir. Of course.
On Greg?
Oh, on Greg. I thought you meant this guy. Sorry, not on Greg.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so the 2 goblins that have made their way out of the woods, they are going to kind of take in what's going on here, and they start launching their attacks. Both of them are actually going to be aimed at the big, bright target that has made itself present, and that is going to be you, Peaches.
Do they notice the other Bodok?
They do see him there. But they see the other one too. So they see the kind of one that's engaged in this fight, and they're just pointing their attention there. So the first one is going to be, well, it's a 23 to hit. For 3 piercing damage on you, Peaches. The second one is going to be a 9 to hit.
No.
No? Okay. The one who's in the trees here, or sitting on that tree, is actually going to step forward, and it's going to launch its attack beyond you guys, at the wolf, or beyond you, Peaches, at the wolf. For a... By the way, do you have the wolf stat block up here, Lemon?
I do.
Okay. So it is a 12 to hit for the wolf.
It does not hit.
Okay. So it goes kind of just skirting by your fur. This goblin is going to tuck himself into the root system. He's going to have a quarter cover, and these 2 other goblins tuck themselves into the tree. Well, actually, sorry, this one's going to run its way forward. This one's going to tuck itself into the tree line and get half cover. But the one running forward drops his bow, pulls out a scimitar. Next, Wyatt.
I'm gonna kind of jog out from the tree line and prepare an Eldritch Blast, whip it at Bodok, and just yell, "I'm waiting for this day, old man."
Okay. Hold the hit.
15 to hit.
That's going to hit.
It's gonna be 1 with 2 gold.
So 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So this goes blasting into his face, and you see the frost start to form on his face, and he just gives you a bit of a grin. And he opens his mouth to start saying something to you, but we'll wait till his turn. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. Next is going to be Whoa, what the Feyorn. Sorry, I'm moving you around here. Feyorn.
Stop moving me.
Sorry.
Flanking?
Oh.
Do I get high ground too? Do I have high ground opportunity?
No.
I'm just like,
You jump off the tree and do like a spinning back kick.
yeah, do a backflip. Yeah. Backflip scratch. And I'm gonna go in for a bite. Also, I got pack tactics.
Well, it's the same thing. It would give you basically advantage.
How dare you? I don't get double advantage. All right, fine.
No, what the hell?
But it
So
gives
I'm
me
just-
advantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll. Oh shit! I just dragged my screen off. I'm gonna roll a d20 and then add it because it's a different. It's +4 to hit.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll d20 +4.
Okay.
There you go. 13.
And you're gonna do it again
Why?
because you have advantage.
Why?
Oh. 24.
That's a crit,
Right.
right?
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, that's not 20. Sorry.
So the first one hit, by the way. Literally, the only reason I told you to roll again was just in case it was a crit.
Oh, okay.
You'll figure. Okay. Okay.
So what does crit? Sorry, what does crit do?
So at this point, because I can see what the dice is, you're gonna roll 4d4 +2.
Okay. Roll 4d4.
Wow, Wolf is
+2?
insane.
Oh, that's a bad roll. That's not bad, I guess.
It's actually not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like 3 away from max. Okay, so 11. Damn it.
Wait, did that roll +2?
It did add the
Yes.
2.
That
It
is
did?
two.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And he needs to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus. Which he fails, so you bite him on the shoulder and start like tearing flesh out of him, and you topple him down, so he is prone currently.
Sir.
He's got a lot to say,
And-
I hope.
You have fucking massacred this guy. He's not dead, but you have ripped shreds out of this dude, and he is bleeding profusely.
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 Profusely tube.
And he's still kind of like, as he like kind of finally pushes you away, he like holds you back and gets to his feet, great axe in his other hand, and he looks to you, Wyatt, as he goes to swing at this fucking wolf, and he says, well, you must have lied to these people if they're fighting alongside you. Hey, Wyatt, hide your fucking secrets from them. And then he swings his
Spilling
great
the
axe.
beans. He's trying to spill the beans before he dies.
Swings his great axe at the wolf.
If I go down, I'm bringing my reputation with me. No, your reputation. Fuck.
We have a 17 to hit.
I think that hits. You know, I could assume that hits. Yeah.
He's
it
prone.
does.
Disadvantage?
No, he stood up.
He stood up.
So you're going to be taking 10 slashing damage as he fucking carves a chunk out of you. I don't know if you revert quite yet.
Revert?
Yeah, like if your form dies, you revert to your old form.
Oh, I totally. It's not dead.
Okay.
It has 1 hit point left.
Okay. But it's going to just kind of like stand. He's going to stand there, and as his last little thing, he's going to say, "Come help me." Okay. Next is going to be Peaches.
Should I keep him alive?
Yes.
Alrighty. I'm gonna pull out my quarterstaff, and I'm gonna swing for his head to knock him out.
But not kill.
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit. You're going to have advantage, obviously.
Frank, where's my speak with the dead necklace?
There's a book behind the tree.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll go for that.
Plus my strength plus my proficiency is 50.
15. That hits.
Cool. I'm just gonna put this here to roll damage. I should have called versatile ahead of time, though, right?
Well, no. I mean, I'm just assuming.
Okay.
Like there's no reason you wouldn't. Okay. He was left with 1, so the 3 is going to do it. So you kind of bonk him, and that hole that was ripped out of him just splats even more blood on the ground as he takes the concussive force, and he drops down. Anything else, Peaches?
I'm going to turn and run up to this goblin.
Okay. What a fucking ballsy warlock. Okay. At the start of the round here, you hear again that deep screech. And the trees that are shaking are now about 60 feet in. Can everybody give me a perception check?
I have advantage on
Smell.
perception check. Keen hearing and smell.
Damn. Okay.
So, do I... goddamn. Perception +3, so I'll just do this. Sorry.
Okay. Everybody's got to give me one.
18.
18. Everybody else?
I mean, you roll your own perception. 16.
Oh, but I add my +5 as well?
7.
You add your, for like intelligence, wisdom, and I think charisma, you add your own stuff from like your druid, and then for strength, dexterity, and constitution, it's the wolf. Or the creature that you've turned into. So you retain your mental status, essentially.
Okay, well, let's see what I get then.
Jesus
There.
Christ.
A 20.
Okay.
Natural 20.
And sorry, Peaches, what was yours again?
It was natural.
16. Okay. So, Peaches, you can actually see that there is another goblin 60 feet into the woods, and you can barely make out that he is holding on to something that is attached to something else. And what it is attached to, from your perspective, is...
A trap.
And Lemon,
Mm-hmm.
that is what you see as well.
Oh!
Okay. So, that's where you guys are at. Ferrin, at the top of the round, finally makes his way over in raptor form and is immediately going to bite down on the skull of this goblin here on the tree. And he is going to severely hit. Oh shit, nice. Fucking where's the dice? Here we go. Okay, so you see Ferrin in raptor form run up to this goblin, bite down on the head, and just kind of slowly grip down until the goblin's head just kind of collapses.
Oh my goodness.
Short bow in hand just kind of like drops down and hangs amongst the roots of that tree. Ferrin shakes his head, flinging the blood everywhere, and then starts running his way back down this way. Next is going to be Greg, who is going to fail to get his binds cut, but he will still run down towards the southern end of this little encampment. Next is going to be our goblins. This one here is dead. We have 2 goblins remaining. The one in front of you, Peaches, is going to take a swing with his scimitar, and it's going to be potentially a hit. Let's see. 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. He's going to do 5 slashing damage. The other goblin in the back is going to take aim at you for a 11 to hit.
11 meets it.
Meets it? Oh shit, I thought you were in the clear there.
Hmm.
I don't know where you're at, but I know this is the third hit. You're going to take another 6 piercing damage.
No.
I'm still
sure?
up.
You're still up. Okay, very good. Okay. Butt Goblin tucks behind the tree,
Butt goblin.
and then Wyatt, you're up.
Sorry, I was muted. I was getting tea.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to try something interesting.
Okay.
Bodok's unconscious, correct?
Unconscious.
Okay. How much movement do I have?
She sounds really good right now.
I have 30. Perfect. I'm gonna move up. And as I prepare, Peaches is facing away from me, correct? She's fighting this goblin.
Yep.
I want to fire an Eldritch Blast at the goblin she's fighting.
Okay.
But can I spend my entire turn with my foot on his neck?
On Bodok? Okay. Yes. Bear in mind that the kind of chunk has been torn, so it'll be kind of sinking into that wound too.
What do you mean chunk has been
I think
torn?
that's his point.
Like he's been bitten like severely from his shoulder and like neck area.
Oh, like I'm intending to suffocate him to death
Okay, sure.
with my
sure,
foot.
Sure. And are you trying to hide this from
Yes. Yeah.
from Feyorn too?
I'll make an attempt to, but if it happens, like, you know.
Okay, we're gonna call a sleight of hand check here, even though it's your fate.
Sleight of foot. 5.
5. Okay. Okay. So roll the Eldritch Blast, please.
At least I got the 5 out of the way. That doesn't help anymore. Better. 9 to hit the goblin.
9 to hit. That does not hit.
Yeah.
Does not hit. A little too wily. Okay, Feyorn, you see, as it's sorry. Anything else from you?
I'm just gonna, as I send Eldritch Blast, I'm here to help Peaches, and I'm just gonna try to keep her focused on the goblin.
Sure. Feyorn, as your turn comes up, you see Wyatt runs into battle, fires an Eldritch Blast at the goblin fighting Peaches, and while he does that, he kind of like nonchalantly steps on Bodok's throat as he lays on the ground unconscious. What are you doing?
You're muted. What are you doing?
Do I notice that?
You do.
Yes,
He just
you
described
do.
it. He described that you noticed.
I know
Yeah,
you
you're-
described it, but I didn't roll anything.
Yeah, you did. It's your first passive.
Okay. I mean, I don't think he would really care. He
Okay.
didn't really specify. Did anyone say we were knocking him out?
Well,
Peaches
Peaches
said, should I
asked.
knock him out?
And then you saw her do that. He's going into Feyorn's
What would
brain.
Feyorn do? Yeah, to
I'm
protect
like-
the grove.
Well, I mean, yeah. I honestly don't think he would do anything because he wasn't told specifically. And I mean, they kidnapped,
Greg.
Greg. Yeah, we'll just say that.
If there's any character that's not going to do anything about this, it's fucking Feyorn.
I'm gonna go attack this thing.
Okay. Okay. Let her rip with whatever. Oh, as a wolf. That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Oh, and you get pack tactics here, so
Yes, I do. So sorry. +4 to hit. 19.
Okay,
To hit.
that'll hit.
And then it's what was it?
2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. Eight.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and describe how you fucking kill this thing straight up.
I'm just going to just bite him kind of mid-torso and shake him around and then just toss him to the side.
Classic dog. Okay, so he gets tossed up and eliminated.
And do we all see me and Peaches saw what was in the forest, right?
Yes.
Just me and Peaches. Okay.
Yep.
This is all we see is over here.
Currently alive, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move up this way.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
Okay.
Kind of in the trees, you know.
Are you trying to hide in the trees, or are you just getting into the trees?
I'm gonna try and hide in the trees. I know I can't because it's an action, but you know, I'm gonna try and get shrouded by them.
Sure. Okay, give me a stealth check.
What was that? Dang. 15.
Okay, so you find a pretty good little nook that you can, like, you know, get down into, you know, that classic dog play pose, and you feel like you're hidden. Okay, next is going to be Bodok. Snoring. Peaches, you are up.
Right. She took quite a bit of damage last time, so she's going to jump up and try and perch in the tree.
Okay. Which will give you some cover.
Yeah, and then she's gonna hold an Eldritch Blast until this goblin is visible.
Okay.
The goblin behind the tree.
Okay. All right. Next is going to be...
Sorry, 1 sec.
Yep.
If I'm holding an action, can I still do a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna heal myself a bit.
Okay. Healing word?
No, I don't have that. I'm gonna use my bonus action class feature.
Oh, yeah.
Healing
thing.
light.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
I think it's like a pool that you pull from, right?
Yeah. Oh, number of dice in the pool is 1 plus warlock level.
Cool. Are they D4s?
D6.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself 2 D6. And
Okay.
that's 5. Alright, and then I hold Eldritch Blast for when that goblin becomes visible.
Okay, very good. Okay, actually, because we're at the top of the round, the trees, they're shaking like crazy, and you can finally see why, at least all of you at this point now will be able to see why, and it is because there is a very differently adorned goblin, seeming to have a little bit of higher status, with a little bit more armor to his name, and a slightly more interesting looking weapon in his hand, and he is holding a leash. 10 feet behind him, there is a muzzled owlbear that seems to be a little bit bloodied up and very fucking pissed off. And it's bouncing against the trees as he hauls this thing aggressively through the woods. And as he makes his way up to about here, we'll say right there, he kind of pulls on the leash, but at a closer range to the mouth, and it seems to disconnect the leash from the mouth. And something on his wrist glows a little bit, and you see the owlbear kind of like reel its head and let out this loud screech, at which point the goblin removes the muzzle from the owlbear, and he kind of leans his head in and says something to the owlbear, which then kind of looks out to the battlefield and seems to be taking a bit of an aggressive stance. At this, Ferrin is going to... Sorry, let me get to here. He's actually going to shift back into his other form, his human form, and he's going to use Entangle. So we'll get that. Oh, Jesus, come on now. Come on. Oh, God, I'm so mad. Foundry, bro. There we go. So they're around this goblin, and through the trees, these vines start springing up, and they create this kind of like viney patch in front of him that seems to separate him from the rest of the battle. Next is going to be Greg, who, let's see if he gets free. He does. So he finally slices his bindings and doesn't use his full movement, but tucks behind this tree to take in the battle. Next is going to be this goblin, who is going to take a step out, take in his surroundings, and then actually he's going to turn his attention to Ferrin at this point. He will actually hit. So he fires an arrow at Ferrin. And Feyorn, for the first time, you see Ferrin actually take some damage and start to bleed as an arrow goes into his shoulder. Next is going to be Wyatt. Actually, I got to put these at the bottom here. What? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
You're muted.
Fuck.
Can I tell if he is dead?
Give me a medicine check.
5, bro. These rolls, man.
It's hard to tell, man. He's pretty fucked up. It's really hard to tell.
Can I see this other gobby?
The one coming through the woods?
The ranger one.
Yes. He's out. Which actually, technically, Peaches, he stepped out, so you would get a shot at him because you were holding that right.
Oh, here we
Alright,
go.
so
That's actually...
you-
I'll let her do her thing first because
Sure.
he did step out before my turn.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna roll for attack first rather than just roll damage. Damn it, that's a 3. Plus.
Oh.
Is it plus 12?
Spell cast. No.
Sorry, I'm just being a dick.
No, that makes sense. I didn't think about that.
It's all good. I'm being a dick. Okay, so it whiffs. So you're about to go whiffing by. Wyatt, up to you, buddy.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to try to get a little bit of... I noticed this fucking beast.
Oh, yeah.
This beast. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit closer to the tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch feet. I'm going to take a step over him, but my back foot is going to remain on his neck.
Okay.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast the Ranger Gobby.
Okay. Let her rip.
For a 13 to hit?
13.
Bro,
not hit.
what?
So you smack into the tree.
Do you have like a half cover? Oh, you don't have
Nope.
to, yeah. And then I'll end my turn with my back foot on his neck.
Okay, very good. Okay. Next is going to be...
Feyorn?
Fuck, you know what I just realized?
What?
Actually, no, wait. I'm not right. Sorry. I'm tripping out. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Feyorn. You're up. Yeah.
I want to do 2 things, Frank.
Yes. 1, 2.
My surrounding area, let's just say in this tree, or the trees next to me, what is the landscape and what type of animals / insects might be around? Is there a beehive in my tree?
Oh,
Give me
Is there a squirrel around me? Is there?
Give me a nature check. I love
there
this
something
question.
buzzing?
I love this.
Nature check.
you know what advantage? He's a freaking druid.
Well,
yeah,
he's
okay,
gonna have a good roll anyways.
It's a +3. It's yeah. There you go.
Bro, what? Why do you roll less than fucking 19? All right. Okay.
Probably on this next one.
So you take a look around. You can see at the tree to your left. Surprisingly, there's right away. You notice there's a hole in the tree, and there's 2 squirrels just chilling in the tree. There's some like fungus growing up the side of the tree. That's kind of what you gather from that, amidst some like mosquitoes rustling in the, flying through the leaves. On the tree next to you, there is a giant pack of like cicadas clinging to the tree. So there's like at least 20, 25 of them that you can see.
Okay. I'm gonna speak broadly. I'm gonna turn to look at the squirrels.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do this. You tell me if I can do this, or do I need to speak at one at a time?
No, just do it. Just speak.
Okay. Like. Hey. Hey. Wildlife. Creatures. Could you give us a hand? You see that goblin over there? That scary one? Can you distract him?
Okay, give me a persuasion check on these fucking squirrels.
Persuasion.
Wow.
Do you want because it says I have advantage on all charisma checks to influence them.
I can let it rip.
Here, I'll send it to you.
I know you have it.
Oh, okay. So, charisma.
Uh-huh.
So 2 charisma here, please. Oh, that's bad. That's a bad first one, but I'm gonna roll a 20 right here. I'm gonna roll a 20. That's not a 20. That's a 7.
That's a 7. So you see, the 2 squirrels, they kind of like, you see them like reach behind themselves, and like one of them like grabs this like pile of nuts, and he seems like really enthusiastic. These like acorns, and he like gets himself up, and he like throws an acorn, and he like goes to grab another one, and the other squirrel just kind of like blank looks at you, and puts his arm out on the other squirrel, looks at him, and just like shakes his head no, and they just hide back into the hole.
Okay.
The cicadas, though, I will say they start kind of like buzzing up, and I'll say like 5 of them fly off to the goblin, and he just kind of starts swatting away at them.
Okay. I'm going to go for this goblin over here.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't move for some reason. Stupid trees in the way, probably. There we go.
Okay.
And I'm going to bite at this guy. There, see, I told you there's the fucking 20.
There it is.
Nat 20.
It's a 20. Yeah, it's a nat 20 plus 4, so that's another
Describe
crit. So 4d4 plus 2.
Uh-huh.
4d4 plus 2. 10.
Okay. You go ahead and describe how you massacre this thing.
I'm just gonna bite into his neck and then stare at this goblin here and growl at him and then just spit him out of my mouth.
Very good. I forgot to draw, by the way, there is a part of the ground here that is rough terrain that you have entered. I forgot to do that. And it's a little bit of a weird shape, but it's going to look a little bit like that.
That was 35 movements, so...
You're okay. You're more than okay. Okay. So he's toast. Next up is going to be Sleepy Boy. Next up is going to be Peaches. I need another medicine check from you, by the way, Wyatt.
Right now?
Trying to check his pulse through his boot.
We forgot to check that last
11.
11. You do get a sense that he's still alive, but not.
But he's barely breathing.
His breath comes out in that melody.
I have never heard anyone else reference the script.
The script, actually, I listened to the whole script album on repeat when I went through like
so
a really bad breakup.
good. Dude, it's so good. Grade 11 me, the angst, it was just only the script.
Yeah, nonstop. Oh god,
They
grade
have a
11,
new
I was
album
like,
that's actually pretty good. Came
It's
out in like
like graduating.
2021.
I'll look him up. Okay,
I'm
Peaches.
I'm gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at the Gobby Boy with
Gobby
the
Gobbo.
Owlbear because I don't want to attack the Owlbear.
Okay, why not? He's so big.
Because he's just a baby. That is a natural 10 plus. Fuck, why does it not have it literally anywhere?
It's gonna be a close one, I think.
I think it's plus my proficiency plus my spellcasting ability.
Yes. How much
so
is it?
that's a plus 6.
That
So
hits.
16.
That hits.
For 10 damage.
Holy shit.
Thanks,
Okay. A massive fucking Eldritch Blast smashes into this goblin, and he reels back, clearly distracted by the cicadas, and you get a massive hit. He's fucking skin bubbling. Anything else?
No, I don't have any other bonus actions. I don't want to put Hex out yet.
Okay. Oh, nice. I love Hex. Okay, next up is going to be our recently unhinged owlbear, who is going to... Let me just take a look at this big boy. Why didn't I have this thing up here? He's gonna run. He is gonna run. Oops. Jesus Christ, that's the wrong fucking thing. Oh, he's gonna run way up here.
Uh-oh.
With a dash. Next is going to be the goblin boss,
Oh, thank
who is going to he's actually going to come forward on and he's actually going to run clearly away from the owlbear. Going to swing with this very unique looking scimitar for a nat 1 to hit on the wolf. He's going to swing again with the scimitar for a nat 1, and he will be carving up. He misses so bad, he carves up the ground around you so that it's no longer difficult terrain. And that's all he accomplishes. And next up is going to be Ferrin, who is going to take the opportunity to shillelagh and walk up through his own terrain, come around the tree, and give a little bonk to the goblin.
He's not a raptor anymore?
No, he came out of that to cast the spell. He also will miss, so he clangs against the tree.
Doesn't he have advantage because I'm right by him, or no?
Good point.
Raptors
He
are
clangs against the tree.
Okay.
I'm in that zone where my NPCs don't hit anything. At this, Greg, who is hiding behind the tree, is going to take that dagger. It's going to step out. He's going to fucking hurl it at the owlbear.
Don't hurt the owlbear.
All my NPCs don't know how to do anything. So Peaches and Wyatt, as you're standing there, you see this dagger goes sticking into this tree, and then Greg slowly inches his way backwards yet again. Next up is going to be All My Goblins Are Dead. Next is going to be
Push me to
Wyatt.
the edge.
Sequel
Push
to
me
Oh My
to the edge. Wyatt's gonna get spooked. He's going to disengage.
Okay.
Not before in kind of being spooked, like kind of nonchalantly stomp on Bodox's head a couple
Throat?
times, just kind of like trying to find my footing on disengaging. I'm gonna stomp on his head. Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay.
And sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You.
And then as I kind of start to, how much movement? I'm just gonna use all of my movement. To be honest.
You roll to hit his head, or do you miss and stomp the ground?
I'm gonna kind of so stomp on his head a couple of times on the way out, and I'm gonna disengage and just yell, "Druids, do something! This is your wheelhouse."
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, fair.
Wyatt doesn't want to die.
I'm in melee range of an owl bear. What do you want me to do?
I'm kidding.
This thing's huge.
You said the thing on his wrist glue when he let go of the owl bear and talked to it.
Yes.
I want to bite at his hand and try and take it off of his hand. His hand off.
Okay, mister.
Mister.
Go ahead.
I can tell you what I want to do. You tell me if I can.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
I will.
You silly guy.
That's +4 as well.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That'll hit.
That's a 21.
That'll hit.
Nine plus 10.
2d4 +2. Sorry. I should add this to my roll. Damn.
4?
A 4.
Okay.
That was 2 nat 1s +2.
So you bite through half of his wrist, and it just kind of is just dangling there. The bracelet seeming to still pulse as it's connected to his hand, and he lets out a mean old war cry directly in your fucking face and raises his scimitar again.
I forgot that I had advantage, so if I roll a crit here... Hey, never mind. It's okay.
Okay.
I was being hopeful. That's it.
That's it for you. Next is Peaches.
Peaches still doesn't want to attack the owl bear, but she knows that if she doesn't, they're fucked. She's gonna... Oh, that won't work. It
Should fly away. You should fly away.
Am I within... Am I within its range for an opportunity attack?
Oh yeah, it's in your face.
I'm in the tree.
Oh, you're in the tree.
You went up to the tree to heal.
I perched in the tree.
Yeah.
And then I've been attacking from the tree. Oh. Yeah.
Guess you could put 10 feet up.
I just don't know how tall the tree is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna... Here, we have to... This is a 50-50 in my mind. We're gonna decide this with a dice roll. You are 15 feet away from it, so you're good.
Okay, then Peaches is gonna fly over to one of the other trees.
Okay.
And just leave everything there.
Okay. And where are you going? Or what are you doing after you move?
Sorry, I'm trying to move, but the rulers... I'm gonna go after that goblin again that has the glowing wristband.
Sure.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
For, a natural 5 plus 6. So 11.
It's no good. Just clangs off of his shoulder armor.
That's fine. She's going to...
Oh, sorry.
Cast...
What the hell? I did not know that was going to do that. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, she's not going to do that. Shit. She can't do that. No, she could do that. No. She's going to end her turn in the tree.
And the turn in the tree. Okay. Next up is going to be the owlbear, who is going to have an enraged decision to make. Let's see who he goes for. Okay. Sees Wyatt run away. Decides that's a little too far for me.
You're so lucky.
and it's going to swing at the wolf.
Not one.
Actually, sorry, I should clarify. It's going to bite with its beak, roar, onto
Roar.
the wolf for a 21 to hit.
I think so. I think that hits.
Yes.
And
Have
that's
to
going
check.
to do, it will do 12 piercing damage.
Okay, so does it work? It eats through the wolf's health pool, then mine?
Meg, do you actually know the answer to that?
Yes. So whatever damage the wolf takes, it takes that, and then you take the difference.
Okay.
So say you took like 10 damage, but the wolf had 5 left.
Yeah.
You would take 5 damage.
I took the damage. I am out of the form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, it's going to swing with its claws.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see how it is. I got you.
Yes. And it's going to hit you for, well, because it was a, sorry, it's going to hit with a, also a 21. And it's going
That
to
might
do a little bit of damage.
I hope just a little bit of damage.
It's only going to do another 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm unconscious. Not completely dead, luckily.
Okay.
Close.
Did you long rest, by the way?
I did.
So you had full health at the start of the fight?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought this was the only thing that hit you other than when you were in wolf form.
I don't have that much HP, Frank.
Okay, well, shit. Okay.
This
Bear
is the only thing that hit me. This is
Bear is
literally-
satisfied. But everybody now is seeing in the way that it's attacking, it is not attacking as a fight. It's attacking because it's hungry. And it now sees an opportunity for food.
Oh my god.
The goblin up here is going to grip his scimitar and with a glowing shake it a little. He's gonna with a glowing wristband swings at Ferrin. He's gonna get a little bit angry with Ferrin. Nat 1, then Nat 2, and he's gonna swing again for this time a. Oh, what do we got? This one hits. So he slices into Ferrin here for a whopping 5 damage. So Ferrin, with arrow and shoulder, now slash across the chest, is getting a little bit beat up, and he works his way around this side here. Okay, next is Greg, who is, he's going to retreat back behind this tree. Next is Wyatt, with Lemon on deck. Feyorn, get ready for your death save.
Mm-hmm.
Just get ready, prepare for it.
How do I do it? Oh, right here. I see.
And you're
I'll do
How
it.
much damage did you take?
24 and 2 hits.
Oof.
I am going to wait a second.
Okay. You can use your action to wait a second.
Am I familiar with the owl bear creature?
You definitely know what it is.
Do I know what it likes to eat?
Meat, primarily.
Okay. And it's focused on Feyorn.
Focused on Feyorn.
So it's looking in his direction, correct?
Yes.
I rolled a lot of 20s today. I feel like this could be bad.
I am gonna move up. Am I in range now? Yeah. I will move my silent image
Okay.
and in a little 4x4 square,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna make appear just like haunches of meat. Just like tons and tons of different, like just piles. And I'll even throw in like a dead deer carcass. Just like tons of shit.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's my turn. And Bodok obviously disappears.
Okay. Okay. We'll find out the result of that roll momentarily. Okay, next is Feyorn. Give me that death save. Just roll it privately and send it to me, or make it a private DM roll. Fantastic. Next is Peaches.
Peaches, seeing Feyorn is down, is going to go straight for him.
Okay.
And use Cure Wounds. I'm gonna land right next to him and use Cure Wounds to heal him.
Okay. Roll that health. Okay. 5 health. Feyorn. Despite
Wow.
failing a death save. Welcome back.
I'm alive.
You're alive and prone.
Okay.
And bonus action, I'm gonna use a D6 to heal him more,
Oh shit.
Oh, damn.
for an additional 4 health. So you're at 9.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna fly up into the tree
Okay.
with the last bit of my movement.
Okay. I'm going to say, with the combination of two things, number one, the pile of meat and the fail on the save that I made him do here, the owlbear is focused on the meat. The other thing playing into this is with the damaged wrist, the signal to continue attacking and kill all of you is not coming through quite as strong. And thus, the owlbear lumbers its way over and hungrily bites at the silent image, wasting its whole turn, and in the process, getting even more fucking pissed as it tries desperately to scoop this food into its mouth. Our goblin friend over here is going
Just
to...
uses her free action to cry.
Our goblin friend is going to attack Ferrin yet again, just laying into him. Crits this time. We're going both sides of the spectrum. This could be a bad one, folks. Oh, lucky boy. For a whopping 7 damage on a crit, and then he's going to swing again for a nat 2. And whiff. So he's out. He's done. Ferrin still stands, and we'll take the opportunity to swing back at ya boy. Is he hit here? Okay. So he smashes down onto the goblin's head with his shillelagh, and you see the goblin's head caves in halfway, and he's kind of got this stupor to him, and the bear starts kind of wavering and taking in different targets as well, looking a little bit confused. Next is Wyatt, as the goblin boss is looking very fucked up, by the way.
Wyatt, seeing this, will give him a friendly Eldritch Blast.
Nice and friendly.
For a 23 to hit.
Okay.
It's going to be 7 plus 2 cold damage.
Go ahead and describe how you fucking obliterate this, homie.
Nothing special, just weaves in and around. And kind of pins him to the tree and frosts him over.
Nice. Okay. And you see the not only the life fade from the goblin boss's eyes, but the glow fade from the wristband as well. Next is Feyorn. As the only thing standing is the owlbear.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to the owlbear.
Okay. As you do, Ferrin reaches out to you, takes a step close, reaches over to you, puts his hand on his shoulder, says, "Let me help you." And he casts a spell with you. For it, I need you to make a nature check with advantage.
Oh, that was private, but you see it. 21.
Yeah. Okay. So, you feel this druidic magic that you've never felt before kind of pulsing through Ferrin into you. And you have this like open sense of communication with the owlbear. It's not able to communicate back to you. It's still kind of growling, grunting, and just wanting to tear everything to pieces. But you have the opportunity to give it a brief message that you could fit theoretically into a 6-second speech, and you know that it will understand you clearly.
Hey, we're not here to hurt you. We can set you free.
And it kind of shakes its head, growling as it does. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
With advantage? Ooh.
You get the sense that it's incredibly hungry. And it's confused. but it's paying attention. It's slowing itself down a little bit. But it's very desperately hungry.
Eat the goblins.
Are you gonna count that as an action?
We're kind of like a little bit out of combat at this point. Everybody's just kind of like looking on. Which, by the way, if anybody wants to do anything at this, you see Ferrin again. He's kind of hand is glowing green on Feyorn's shoulder, and he's just trying to talk to this fucking bear.
Could I pull out some of my fish soup?
Okay.
Is this goblin up in the tree dead?
They're all dead.
They're all dead. Everything's dead.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna lay it. I'm just gonna take a couple steps, and put it down in front of them.
And it instantly like snaps up the bowl and like chews the bowl apart and just spits out the splints of the bowl itself, but gulps down the food. It is still very, very hungry.
I'm gonna remove my silent image.
Okay.
There's something really troll I could have done. I don't want to do it. I could have made a female owlbear,
We can get you more of that. Female.
Peaches is gonna take that wristband off that one goblin, and then is gonna pick up that goblin and toss it towards the owlbear.
So in that moment, as the wristband comes off, the confusion like fades from the owlbear, and the goblin that you kind of like drag over to him, I'll say, because he's still a bit, he's still a creature. The owlbear kind of like looks at it hungrily, like snapping its beak, and then looks back to you, Feyorn.
Was he looking towards the goblin body?
With the Peaches dragged over the goblin body, took off the bracelet, and as the bracelet comes off, the confusion fades from the owlbear, and
okay. Suit yourself.
And at that, it just fucking snaps up the goblin, and in a gruesome scene, it one limb at a time rips it to shreds, and kind of goes on a little bit of a spree immediately after just slamming this thing down its throat. It carries on to the just lumbers over, starting to slow its pace, lumbers over and starts cleaning up the battlefield of literally everything.
I'm gonna fly ahead of it and stand over top of Bort whatever his
Bodok.
name. Bodok.
Give me a medicine check as you make your way over there.
He's still alive.
Bodok is gone.
I'm still gonna block the owlbear from getting to it so that we can at least loot him.
Okay, fair. Okay. Okay.
Why
So-
can you help me search through this orc's body?
Oh, it will be my pleasure.
Okay.
I know that Wyatt rolled really low on his sleight of hand for stepping on his neck, but I don't think Peaches ever turned around to look at it. So I don't know that she would actually have noticed it.
You wouldn't have, no.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that she didn't. Oh. My headphones just died. I'll be right back.
Sure.
In the meantime, I could loot this guy.
Well, I think she wants to do it with you.
All right then.
I'll loot the other guy.
The one that just got eaten.
The scimitar guy.
He just got eaten.
Oh, with the scimitar?
With his loot.
The guy that was controlling the owlbear.
He ate the weapon?
Oh no, you can have the scimitar.
Is it nothing special?
It's just it's kind of like most goblin weapons are pretty grungy and scrapped together.
Okay.
It's just a slightly less scrapped together. It looks like it's got some craftsmanship to it, but it's still very much a goblin blade with a spiked back end to the top of the scimitar.
Okay, I gotcha. I'll believe that.
Okay. Okay. Ferrin removes his hand from you once he sees that the owlbear is kind of taming itself. As you are, sorry, Meg's back here. Can you hear us? Let's just wait for her to hear because I'm going to go through the looting process. Are you good?
Yeah, I have my headphones again.
Okay. So the owlbear being tamed, Ferrin kind of lets go of the spell. And it seems to kind of just not really be paying too much attention to you guys. It seems to be satisfied with just eating these goblins, and it does in fact leave Bodok alone as you stand over it. But one by one, the goblins get eaten in the background of this scene.
Hell yeah.
Bodok, as you go to loot him, has a couple things on him. He has a pretty sizable gold pouch with him. It contains 30 gold. He's got a couple of other random implements. He's got a navigation map of the sea. He has obviously his great axe. He's got a second javelin tucked away in his back. He has a compass. And lastly, the last thing that he has is a small, oddly small, pink conch shell tucked in a pocket.
Do I recognize this conch?
Yeah. And you would, in that moment, Wyatt, the first thought that comes to your mind is kind of like a deep sense of disbelief. You've worked alongside him for a while, and you had, it's the first time you've seen this. Or any of the things he's carrying, really.
What is that?
I don't know. I'll pick up the conch and just kind of like look it over.
Do I believe that he doesn't know?
I will say in that moment, I'm actually not going to have you roll on this just because it literally just looks like a seashell. Like there's no particular, there's no particular reason for him to be kind of bullshitting about a seashell.
I mean, the orc did yell out that Wyatt was lying to us.
That is true. That is true.
Simo. I just, I had to.
You guys, play how you want to play.
I've been taking notes, okay?
Just
This time, I've been taking notes.
No,
My note is Wyatt's secret.
thought
Orc
that
said he
too.
was lying.
But he just knows that he already told us about working with the smugglers occasionally.
Mhm.
Basically, like turning a blind eye.
You know what though? I will say, if you do want to, if Peaches would actually question the seashell, just given Lemon brings up a good point. Given that information was said, if you want to incite the seashell thing, you absolutely can, based on that information. But if you would just kind of go with it because you feel like he's already confessed, then that's fine too.
Yeah, Peaches believes that his dirty laundry is mostly aired out at this point, so she just assumes that he was talking about the smuggling.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Lemon.
It was a good challenge.
Feyorn wouldn't have questioned you.
Yeah.
I was just,
Now, if Milo were here,
Oh,
if
yeah.
Milo were here, you'd
It'd be
dead.
a whole nother hour. It'd be a whole nother. Listen,
what the fuck is this seashell?
Wyatt, you just have to be honest with us.
We just saw you curb stomp him.
I will say too, by the way, while all this is going on, I know you've got a conversation to have here. The owlbear does not head back into the Dreadwood. It actually stays on the outside of it and just kind of like lumbers off into the distance, never actually going into the Dreadwood.
No, I want him as a pet, Frank. I want to keep him as a pet.
How do you want to do that?
There's
a
no way
bracelet.
I could. No, I'm not gonna. No, I wouldn't do that.
You don't want to do that? Okay.
No, I'm not gonna. No.
I mean, I'm inspired by the music. Maybe if I can, anything's possible.
I'll help.
I'm
being serious, by the way. Like, if your character would do it, fucking be my guest.
He wouldn't. Okay. I'll just say, hey, as he's walking away, I'll use the speech, whatever speech I have, whatever it's called, speech beef leaf, and whatever the hell.
Beef and leaf. Bro, that's a good name for a restaurant, bro. Speech beef and leaf.
I'd be like,
Social hour, tacos, speech beef, baby.
hey, wait.
And it kind of like belly full, kind of like turns around very slowly.
Like we didn't get to thank you.
It just kind of like clicks its beak a little bit, bows its head a little bit, just giving you like very brief signs of,
Yeah.
Appreciation.
Acknowledgement.
yeah.
Good.
Well, if you need help in the future, just we're in Saltmarsh, or you can go to the Grove, right, Ferrin? He can visit you.
Sure, as
Where the
long as the guards don't see him as a threat. Here, let me. And he walks up to the owlbear. He slowly, despite being like this well-practiced druid, slowly makes his way up, hands out, puts his hands on this typically aggressive beast around his shoulders. His hands glow green again, and you see him kind of like transmit this message mentally to the owlbear, and it just kind of turns off again and kind of runs away. And Ferrin comes back and just says, I think he's going to come and visit one day. Do you want me to tell you if he stops by?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send word. Well, it seems as though we've really dispatched of this group. I can't say we learned much about them, or why, or who. It seems as though the orc knew one of you. But this was an overwhelming success. I really do appreciate you dropping everything for this, all of you.
While he's talking, can I open one of the crates?
Yeah?
There was crates? Oh, those crates.
Forgot about those.
Yeah. Yep. So you crack... Sorry, go ahead.
Who?
You sound like you're going to say something.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. So you walk over to one of the crates, one of the ones the goblins was carrying, and you kind of sift through it. You can see that there's like a small section of like goblin-sized clothing that's very, very dark, like browns and blacks, with everything has like a hood to it, black boots in there. There's tucked into one corner, there's like a small section of rations, fit perfectly for goblins, primarily dried meats. And then there are there's a small assortment of weapons, primarily small weapons like daggers, scimitars, bunches of arrows. Outside of that, there's in one of them in one of the crates there is just like a jug, basically. And you kind of like pick it up and slosh it around. It just seems like there's just like water in the jug. You stop that.
A water in the jug?
Yep. It's a big water in the jug, specifically just in one crate.
Coffee, mayonnaise, you know.
Is there any of that residue?
It's Schrodinger's water.
That's a great question, Lemon.
I'm taking notes now. It's a whole different lemon.
It is a different lemon altogether. As you're kind of
for 72 hours already.
As you're up near the tree line there, and in fact, I'll say Peaches because you're up there too. You actually can look into the tree line now, and you can see that there is some sort of bioluminescent fungus growing a good maybe 50-60 feet into the wood line. And the only reason you can even see it is because the trees get so thick in there that you can see it stand out amongst the darkness.
Does this tickle anything in my brain?
It tickles one thing.
I'm gonna start walking towards it.
And
I pocket the conch.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. It's funny because I left you there and I was like, oh, that's what we're coming back to. And then, whatever.
Sorry.
All this shit
If
happened.
she's running off, I'm pocketing the conch.
Fair enough.
And I'll take the map and the compass too. If she just walks off, I guess I'll take everything.
Okay.
I'll walk with her and I'll hey Wyatt, come look over here.
Yeah,
we'll be ahead.
just a second, saying goodbye to my dear old friend here.
As you start to walk into the woods, Ferrin stops you. He says, No. Even I don't go into the Dreadwood.
Have you ever seen this bioluminescent fungi before?
No.
In the redwood.
I
Then
thought
I
I made
know.
that clear. No.
I have to find it. I have to go. Please.
Listen to me. There is almost no story of people going into the Dreadwood and returning the same. Even fewer of people returning in general. So
If I follow
How far is it?
the glow, I don't think I will be in the Dreadwood. I will not be there. I will be safe. I have the strongest gut feeling about this. I know what this is. I just have to follow the glowing.
Wait,
I will be safe. And if not, I'll fly out.
You think you're the first Aarakocra to go into the Dreadwood? And
No,
you
but I might be the first to follow the glow. To follow the fungus.
wait, you don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
I do know. I have to go, and she just starts walking towards the fungus and continuing on.
And he shouts at you as you head. He goes, "We can at least tie you off. Please."
Okay, fine.
And he produces this huge length of rope, seemingly magically. And on closer inspection, it's some sort of vine that he like wraps around your waist. He says, "If you have to go."
I do.
I still don't trust this.
I have to see it.
how far is it in?
For the first little chunk that you can see is about 60 feet in.
Okay.
Peaches looks at the other two, Feyorn and Wyatt, and says, "Listen, I know this doesn't make sense, but I truly believe that if I follow this glowing bioluminescent fungus, I will end up somewhere that is not the Dreadwood and will be completely safe. And I have to do this. I have to go there for him."
For who?
And she's gonna grab the necklace and like hold it up and say, "I need to spread these ashes there."
Wyatt will shout back
he'd
still
be
at the
like-
orc. At least get me some mushrooms.
Yeah, so you see like this braided leather necklace, like the actual like chain is just braided leather, and then at the end of it, it's attached like a little container, like a little glass bottle or whatever, and it's got like, you can see ashes inside of it, just kind of sitting there. I need to go. If you want to come with me, you can, but I'm going either way. I don't know if I'll ever get a chance like this again.
Should someone go with her, Ferrin?
You can. If I'm right, it's a beautiful place.
I don't want her to go, and I certainly don't want you to go. You do what you must, but I prefer that nobody goes.
And what's at this place?
If I'm right, it is a magical, glowing, possibly regenerative glade with the most beautiful sights you could see.
Does Silas recognize this fungus?
Silas?
I'm just like,
Oh. Well,
Do I know if Ferrin knew Doldrin?
I mean, potentially. Like, it's a small enough town, maybe, but Ferrin's one of the more secluded people in town.
Okay, then I'm going to assume that he wouldn't have.
I'll kind of walk over at this point. Sounds nice enough for me. Ferrin, what's so scary about this for us? Why are you so afraid?
Nobody comes back. Or if they do, they're just different and they don't last very long.
Well, maybe they don't come back because it's so nice over there.
I sincerely doubt that.
Bro, next session there's 3 new characters. Milo and Grix are like, what happened?
3 new characters and an owl bear. So I take it all 3 of you are going.
I'm going.
Are you going what?
I haven't decided. It sounds nice, but this Ferrin dude, he's been creepy from the jump.
Oh, Ferrin's a good guy. We're like brothers.
I'll look at both of them.
Ferrin, do you want to come with us?
Brothers.
No, I think I'll stay back. Thank you very much. As much as I appreciate everything you've done and how hastily you did it for me, I'm not going in there. And you need somebody on the outside to make sure that you can come back. If you're in there for too long, even 10 minutes, I'm going to be pulling on this rope.
We might be there for a little bit. At least I will. If I can find it, and if this is it, I plan to stay there overnight, at the very least. Because I know that it is safe in this spot. If, again, this is all very not certain, but
I know 100% safe.
No. I just don't. If I get there, it will be safe. It's just whether or not this is actually it. If it's not, then I will find a way to get us out. But I have to try.
Wyatt, are you going?
I think that last bit just sold me on a broken wagon. I think I'm staying put. I think a sleepover is due for me in the haunted castle, not the haunted grove. All right, I think I'm gonna stay here with my boy, my new best friend Ferrin, and Greg. Greg, you coming?
I would like to go home.
See, I like the sound of that. But Feyorn, maybe you should go with her.
Ferrin, how long has this fungus been here?
I don't know. The best I can tell, maybe a few days, hours. We only noticed it because our attention was drawn here from the goblins forming.
I'm sorry, I have to try. I truly believe this is it.
Phrank, can I not that. I'm gonna do something silly. I'm gonna use Druidcraft.
Okay.
And I'm gonna create a tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts the weather at my location for the next 24 hours.
Wow. I love this shit. Okay, that's cool.
So it'll appear as like a gold orb if it's sunny, a cloud if for rain.
Okay.
You know, blah, blah, blah,
Very
whatever
good.
you describe.
Okay. It is a yeah, it does. So it just pops up as basically like a glass ball, perfectly cleared, and then there's just kind of like a light that just kind of rotates around it.
Like a clear day is what you mean.
Yep.
Okay. Oh man. Well, I don't think you should go by yourself, but I mean it seems scary. Are you gonna be okay by yourself? Do you want to?
If it's something not what I believe, then I will turn right back around. But if I find it, it's worth everything.
Well, how about instead of us pulling you in 10 minutes, you give a tug on the rope. Two tugs,
2 tugs.
and we'll pull you back.
How about 2 tugs if I need help? And I don't know, 1 tug and then 3 tugs if I find it.
Huh?
Wait, so
I know it doesn't make sense. So, like tug, wait, and then tug, tug, tug. If I find the glade.
How about we just do 1, 2, and 3? That seems.
Sure. Yeah. 1 if I'm okay, I guess. 2
Okay.
if I need help, and 3 if I find it.
okay.
Does that sound good?
Does that mean we're camping here?
Ferrin is.
Well,
At the
it's.
very least.
I just checked the
If I
weather.
find it, then-
We should be good.
Well, all
If I
right. Well,
find it-
you know what? While we're waiting, maybe we can find some mushrooms. Feyorn, we can find and Ferrin. You promised me some goody Remolini portobellos, some shiitakes. All right. No, Ferrin, you promised me some shroomy dooms.
Oh, sorry, you're asking Ferrin. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're asking Feyorn.
Yeah,
Feyorn,
it's your
yeah.
problem
Okay.
for naming these
Sorry.
NPCs, bro.
Bro, they're in the free book. Okay, so oh yes, some of these things I'll have to get from the Grove, which I just assumed we could stop at on our way back to wherever you need to go.
We'll talk. I have a little bit of a special request.
Mhm. Whatever you need, I'll make sure you get it. Well, say goodbye to your friend.
Hey, I'll make it
Promise I'll
sound
be
so
okay.
grim.
It is grim.
It's not.
I mean, you don't even know what it is.
I know where it is.
Where?
In the Dreadwood.
That's
what
only
you think.
60 feet in. We can see it.
Maybe. All right. I promise I'll be okay. I have some potions if I need. I will use it. I have magical ability. I will keep myself safe. I will come back to you. I promise. And I'm gonna turn and start walking.
Okay. Now I know that nobody is going with her, but I'm going to leave your tokens in just so you can follow along.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Avernus.
You're standing on a burning city. Okay. Peaches, you make your way into the forest.
Oh my goodness.
You find a... I didn't know if I was going to be using this map, if I'm being honest. You find your way about 100 feet in. And at that point, you turn around and look back, and the trees seem to have arced themselves in to the point where you can no longer see your friends standing out in the clearing. Everybody who's staying back, the vine just kind of carries on as you would suspect it to. And it seems to just be unraveling forever. Peaches, what you find is a pathway in the woods. It seems to be lined by these different small patches of fungus and mycelium layers all over the ground, letting out this faint glow. It seems to be outlining the path.
I'm going to follow it.
Okay.
And I am going to actively try to ignore where I've been coming from.
Okay.
Just focusing on straightforward.
All right. Go ahead. You can walk yourself forward. Follow Wyatt. He's taking the lead.
You gotta follow the. It's a jump quest. You have to follow the outline of mushrooms.
Oh, there's a path.
Oh yeah, there's a path right here.
Yeah, so it forks off, but only one of the paths are still glowing. And as you make your way forward here, I had to wall this off a little bit, just the way the game works. As you make your way forward here, you come to a point where you see several, like a fairy circle of these red mushrooms. Actually, it does remind you a little bit of the little fairy circle that you saw in the haunted house, but this is significantly different. This is much larger mushrooms. In fact, they grow to be about 4.5 feet tall. Inside the center is a very large skeleton that is just kind of in shambles, laying in the center. And that seems to be, you kind of look around up and down the path, it seems to be where these lights have led you. I'll say also, kind of to add in here, it wasn't just that you jumped to this point. Also, you've been traveling for about 20-25 minutes to get here.
Okay. Peaches is going to approach that circle with caution.
Okay.
And try and see, like, what kind of skeleton it is, I guess.
Sure. It certainly looks humanoid. But it does, despite it being on the floor of a forest, it doesn't seem like it's breaking down very much. Like, it seems like a relatively fresh-looking skeleton with all the flesh peeled away.
Okay. She's going to step towards the circle.
Mm-hmm.
And before she enters into the circle, she's gonna stop and she's gonna try and reach out to what's the name? Sorry. Zodal. She's just gonna kind of kneel down and pray for a moment and see if she can reach out to Zodal. To see if she can get like a feeling of if this is the right direction. Or if this is what she thinks it is, or if it's something dangerous.
For like a brief moment,
Kind of praying for guidance. Yeah.
for sure. For a brief moment, the canopy, this dark canopy of trees that have totally blotted out the sky. You haven't seen a blip of sky for the last 20 minutes. For just a brief moment, they kind of part. And like they wave open and then shut. And in that brief moment, you look up and you are shocked to see a night sky with stars. It's about 8 a.m. right now. And you get a glimpse of a signal that it's like a positive light that shines on you through these stars. And then the canopy closes up.
Message received. Peaches is going to step through the mushroom circle and just kind of walk in towards the center of it.
Okay. You can like walk in with this like anticipation. And for a moment you like feel this like cool air wash over you, and it feels like you're in a totally different place, and your eyes kind of force into this like slow blink, and then when you open your eyes, you're in the same place. And then you hear this kind of like groaning from right in front of you as the skeleton kind of sits up, puts his hand on his back, leans back. Oh, no. Look at this. You thought this was gonna be good enough. Come on! And he slams his fist into the ground.
Who the hell are you?
No. Who are you? And he like points directly into your forehead. With this, you know too much. And this, and he grabs onto the rope and he like starts waving it up and down. And from the other side, by the way, you feel kind of the ripples of this like wave. It's not a signal that you were told that you were going to get, but it's like this ripple that comes back to you and it like tugs the rope forward a bit.
Once it stops, Peaches is gonna say, all right. And she's gonna tug on it once, which was, I believe, I'm okay.
Hmm.
And then she's gonna take the rope off.
Well, that's no good now.
I'm ready to get lost.
Yeah, I'm ready for you to get lost too.
No,
Keep going.
No, please.
No. Down the path. That way. And he points down to the south. You're not ready for anything.
There's no more glow down there.
Well, I know.
Will this bring me to the glade?
Sure.
I didn't hear that.
He said, sure.
Are you lying to me? What's your name? I'm Peaches.
I'm Peaches too.
You're not Peaches. I'm Peaches. Have you ever known Doldrin?
What's he look like?
Well, I mean, now he looks like this. She, like, holds up the necklace. But he was a dwarf.
He should have just let his flesh get peeled from his bones like me.
There wasn't much left of it to actually have bones after.
Shame.
At least that were intact.
So what, you're bringing him here to, see something special?
I'd like to see what he saw. Have you seen what he saw?
Of course. If he saw what I think he saw.
The Lost Glade?
Yeah, it's right here.
It's just like this. This is not the Lost Glade, you... I swear.
No.
I know this is the way.
That's right. You do know this is the way. So, go get lost. Maybe you can try again some other time once you're not... And he keeps poking you right in the center of the eyes, right in your forehead. Not paying so much heed. How do you think he got so lost? You think he just wandered in here with a rope tied off, paying attention?
Not the rope. I wasn't paying attention. I was just following the glowing. Is that too much paying attention?
Too much of this. And he taps you one more time, and he lays back down. Says, seriously, get lost. Puts his head back down, and just goes inanimate.
That wasn't helpful at all. Alright, well, I know I'm on the right track. So, Peaches is gonna... She's gonna walk towards where he pointed.
Okay.
And once she gets out of range of like somewhere that she's actually been, like
Yeah.
just kind of past this, she's gonna close her eyes and she's gonna start spinning
Okay.
to disorient herself.
Okay.
Once she stops, she's gonna open her eyes and walk in that direction.
Okay.
No rope attached.
So you spin, and your final result is not pointed towards the path. You just kind of head into the trees.
Go.
Okay.
And as you go, the tree line kind of starts, like, really getting in your way. It starts getting a lot thicker. And then after about 10 minutes of travel like this, you kind of having a hard time hauling the rope through the different thicket.
No, I took the rope off.
Oh, you took, sorry, that's right. So you kind of keep traveling. By the way, on the other side, the rope goes totally limp, hasn't really moved in a while. After about 10 minutes, you start kind of making your way out, and you actually see sunlight. You push through, and the trees become actually just bushes. And as you keep making your way through, you see you're on this like really tight footpath. It's like got all this, it's like this overgrown footpath basically. It seems like it's not really been super utilized. And as you look in front of yourself, you see footprints. You see your footprints. You see Feyorn's footprints, Milo's footprints, Grix's footprints, and as you break through one of the last bushes, you look up and you see the haunted house.
Damn it.
And gentlemen, you are left there with a limp rope in your hands. But I think that's a pretty reasonable spot to call that session. So, unless there's anything pressing that you guys on the other end of the line wanted to do.
Well, she gave us the okay before it went limp, so we're not worried. At least Feyorn's not.
Okay.
I don't know if Wyatt is, or he was probably looking for mushrooms that whole time.
Yeah, he's probably not holding the rope.
Or whatever.
I mean, if it's possible, next session I'd like to just jump back to.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely going to start with you guys.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you tried Peaches.
Peaches is gonna sit and mope for a while, and Meg is gonna sit and mope.